Ukrainian commander of the reserve group of the 4th Company of the 33rd Airborne Assault Regiment, Igor Sahara Konoval, said that during the battle, the DPRK military attacked his unit in a style similar to scenes from World War II films. He told Business Insider about this. According to him, the North Korean soldiers who arrived to fight on the Russian side were not properly trained to participate in combat and were used by the Russians as cannon fodder. Konoval noted that their actions on the battlefield often appeared chaotic and reminiscent of combat tactics from past wars. Last fall, about 11,000 North Korean troops were sent to Russia's Kursk region to support Russian forces trying to retake territory lost after a Ukrainian counteroffensive in August. In early January, Sahara took part in an operation to seize the village of Makhnovka in the Kursk region to secure key positions before reinforcements arrived. During the battle, Ukrainian troops spotted North Korean soldiers running haphazardly between buildings exposed to artillery fire. In combat, they would just charge forward from the tree line, like in a World War II movie, he said. The commander suggested that either they lacked leadership or did not know how to act in this situation. Ukrainian fighters from a neighboring unit were also surprised by such behavior of the enemy. The war in Ukraine is very different from any conflicts the North Koreans may have previously prepared for, and they likely received only basic training from the Russians before being sent into the war zone. Igorevich said his unit had successfully completed its operation without losses. He noted that the North Koreans had become cannon fodder in the war. The style of fighting matches the assessment of the American administration, which in December said that North Korean troops were using human wave tactics that were not producing significant results. The White House noted that the leadership of Russia and North Korea views their troops as expendable material and throws them into hopeless assaults on Ukrainian positions. Before the war in Ukraine, North Korean troops had not seen serious combat for decades. Western intelligence estimates that about 4,000 North Korean soldiers were killed or wounded in the fighting in Russia. The UK Ministry of Defense said the high casualty rate was hurting their ability to fight in the Kursk region. Experts from the Institute for the Study of War ISW have warned that at the current rate of casualties, Pyongyang could lose its entire contingent deployed in Russia within weeks. North Korean troops have not been seen on the front lines recently, which may indicate that they are withdrawing due to significant losses.
UK Foreign Minister David Lammy arrived in Kiev Wednesday morning, where he is expected to announce a new package of financial support for areas including Ukraine's energy sector, grain exports and economic growth, as questions loom over the future of the nearly three-year war with Russia. Lammy is also expected to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. According to Associated Press, his visit comes just over 2 weeks after UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer signed a 100-year partnership agreement with Zelensky, part of a European show of support and promises to keep helping Ukraine endure the conflict. Starmer said that the landmark century-long agreement commits the two sides to cooperate on defense, especially maritime security against Russian activity in the Baltic Sea, Black Sea, and Sea of Azov, and on technology projects including drones, which have become vital weapons for both sides in the war. The treaty also includes a system to help track stolen Ukrainian grain exported by Russia from occupied parts of the country. The UK has pledged £12.8 billion in military and civilian aid since the war broke out. As the grinding war nears the 3-year mark, both Russia and Ukraine are pushing for battlefield gains before possible peace talks. Ukraine has started a second offensive in Russia's Kursk region, where it is struggling to hang on to a chunk of territory it captured last year, and has stepped up drone and missile attacks on weapons sites and fuel depots inside Russia. Moscow is slowly taking territory at the cost of high casualties along the 600-mile front line in eastern Ukraine and launching intense barrages at Ukraine's energy system, seeking to deprive Ukrainians of heat and light in the depths of winter.